What's up, everybody? Joe White here, and hope everybody's doing good. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video like this that was not inside a big rig. I've been taking some time off here lately. Thought I was going to switch jobs, but I didn't. Going to switch companies. Turns out the grass isn't always greener, and the other company I was going to try for, I won't say their name, was a mess. Handing in your paperwork to a person instead of scanning it into a computer, and them being 2 weeks behind on their payroll, stuff like that. It just was not feasible. So I'm going back to work with Creek Carrier Corp. I'm in the process of onboarding back with them. Want to talk a little bit. You might be wondering why the Cool Truth logo is on your screen right now. And it is up there because we are going to fade in and swipe into a episode that I recorded with Jeff Edwards and Daddy Cool AC and Mr. Whitehouse last night. We touched on a lot of things last night, including what I want to touch on something that we really didn't touch on last night, and that was the whole we touched on it, but not in a way that I wanted to get in depth about, was the whole Warner Discovery AEW situation. We go over a lot of it in the episode, but one thing that again, I want to reiterate from that is that I don't think this ends well for AEW, unless they can somehow get a deal. Whitehouse brings up a good point, as you'll hear, that Tony Khan's got to be kissing Warner Brothers Discovery's ass right now, and he's doing that with the Shark Week thing and everything like that. Again, why Shark Boy was not on that episode, I'll never know. But one thing that I do want to get into is the TV rights deal. I guess we kind of do get into it there. He's got, like I said, he's got to be kissing Discovery's ass. He's got to be doing everything they tell him to do so that when that TV deal does come up next year, he can get a better deal. And like I said, I think the better deal is they transfer next day rights over to HBO Max, or maybe they'll call it Discovery Max. I don't know what they're going to call this new service, but they are going to be merging by the summer of next year, I believe. But again, for the pay-per-views, I don't get why they can't do something like ESPN does with the UFC. They pay UFC for the pay-per-view rights, and then ESPN keeps all the money. I don't see why we can't do that, especially if you're Tony Khan and you can negotiate a really good rate for that, so that if you do a shitty pay-per-view and it doesn't draw as well as some others, it's ESPN who doesn't, who is out the money. You're still getting a guaranteed money. You're still getting guaranteed contract. But you'll hear more of that in the episode. Also, CM Punk may not be cleared to go come All Out, which he could still make an appearance. He just couldn't. He wouldn't be able to wrestle. There's a couple of other things in this episode that we touch on here, and I encourage you guys to stick around here for the next 2 hours or so and listen to it. A couple of things I'm looking at now. Tammy Sitch has waived her right to a speedy trial. It says, waiving her right to a speedy trial arising out of the criminal episode made the subject of this persecution, specifically the right to be tried within 175 days of her being taken into custody. Why not just get this over with? You're going to jail over it. You're going over to jail. You're going to jail over it. This makes no sense. Anyway, but I want to just also tell you guys today that Warner Brothers, they with the Warner Brothers thing again, they've canceled Batman. They're steering away from the let's be all-inclusive and all-woke mentality. The new owner is coming in, and he's already made some changes. They dropped Batgirl. Rumor is that they're still going to release this Flash movie. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Because they know it's going to draw because it has Michael Keaton in it. That's why. Although Batgirl was rumored to have Michael Keaton in it too, and but it was going to come out on HBO Max. They didn't see the need in it. They dropped it. Oh well. So we'll just have to see what happens. I agree with White House 100%. Tony Khan's going to have to kiss some butt. But here we go. With that being said, guys, we're going to kick it over to the Cool Truth episode from last night. Oh, wow. Rumors, the word wrestler and wrestling are no longer dirty words in WWE. There you go. That's what's up. We talk a lot about Triple H in this episode 2. So here now, we're going to go ahead and go on over to Cool Truth, Retromania Roundtable, hosted by AC, Jeff Edwards, and Mr. Whitehouse. Enjoy it.
Everybody still there?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Hey, listen, I don't trust this fucking shit. We've had so many shows lost.
I know.
All right, so the recording started.
Let's
All
not
right,
be reminded of one in particular, okay?
Oh, dude. Was that like 5 hours?
5
Oh,
hours.
God. Listen, White House, long before I started podcasting with you, Jeff put up with my shit for a long time, so, and he's still my friend, so I don't know that I could ever get rid of him at this point.
Nah, I'm not going anywhere. That's safe to say.
All right, 30 seconds, hang tight. All right, what's up? That's right. Quick shout out to our boy King Firehawk. It's been a minute. Got to throw a shout out to my guy right there. Cool Truth, baby. We are back. Retro Mania Wrestling Podcast Network, Cool Truth Podcast Productions. We're going to have a little fun tonight. We're going to switch things up a little. We got all the boys here with us, but we're going to start off with a little shout out to our boy, the executive producer, the Hollywood writer himself, the one and only Hollywood Jeff Edwards, Bleeding for Truth. What's up, my brother?
What's going on tonight, AC?
What's up? And the professor. We got a surprise for you, my man. We got a surprise. Mr. Whitehouse. What is up, my brother? How are you?
What is up? Good evening. I'm well.
You're
Excited.
I hope you stay that way.
I can't make any promises, but I don't think I'll be as bad as I was last week. Even though I do have a rep to protect here. So I mean, it's jury's out. How about that?
Yeah. So while we're here, Ric Flair's. I think we'll start off with the last match with Ric Flair. We'll start off with that pay-per-view for you guys. I'll let these guys do a little quick SummerSlam, considering I didn't see it. and to be fair, I had only so much time, and I was going to watch SummerSlam, and I got some, I guess I'd call it positive feedback on Raw. So I decided to watch a little bit of Raw, so I could get in. We'll get into that, and then we will also do some AEW for you guys. Dynamite, which was different.
Anything but Dynamite.
Yeah, that we'll close with it. We'll see how much time we have left. We don't want to,
I mean, maybe you could call it quarter stick.
I mean, it was a tough one. It was a tough one. And hang on a second here.
Sure.
Trying to make our little surprise for White House happen here.
Oh, there's a surprise. I forgot. White House,
Yes.
What do you think of a surprise tonight?
Nervous?
I don't think nervous is the right word, but
No,
Excited.
don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. There's nothing to be nervous about. If fucking Skype would stop changing all their settings there, we'd be able to make this happen a lot easier. I'll tell you that. Hang on.
I don't even know where add to call is anymore on here.
I know that, which is totally fucking me up because that was my whole plan here. Add the call here. No, that's not it. Hang on, guys.
Cool truth. We're back.
Yes.
Yep.
We're back.
We're stalling for for time until the surprise comes on.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, I'm done stalling for time.
Okay.
We are gonna.
Shit.
We are gonna make something happen here for Mr. Whitehouse.
Oh, boy.
Right.
I'm glad I'm drinking.
As the show comes to a halt here, but I think I got it.
Is he on? I see a name. 3.
Oh, Jesus, my God.
Hey, dude, I warned you to take your blood pressure meds.
Oh, fuck, I didn't take enough. Oh,
3 or 4 in the call. I see his name.
This is going to be fun.
He needs to join the
it's
call.
gonna be a good time. You know what? Hey, we haven't done this in a while, so we figured. Actually, White House. Well, we were gonna ask. If and I decided that it'd be better just to surprise you.
Surprise me. Yeah, it's all good.
From pillar to post, the one and only trucker himself, Joe White. Are you there, brother?
What's up, guys? How are you?
What's up, White?
Oh, there he is. Look at that.
Why?
Look at that.
Edwards. I want to say something about Edwards right off the bat.
Go for it.
I was looking at Skype. The last time me and you did a show together was, according to Skype, was August 8th of last year.
We actually, when we did our first show back a couple weeks ago, it was September something of last year, so that makes sense. And that was probably the CM Punk show.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, no, Punk was in what? When did Rampage launch? September or October? I think that might have been
it was on Rampage in August because he was there for All Out.
All Out, and then it was also you had your Queens. He was already the Queens show, which was September.
Yep.
So he was already in.
So before we get into this, White House and White, you want to exchange pleasantries?
So,
White House hates us right now. No, we're gonna have a good time. It's all fun and games.
It's all fun and games.
I actually had something serious that I wanted to discuss as far as this whole HBO thing going on with Werner and Discovery have merged and they have.
All right, let's do this. Let's do Flair. Let's do Flair's last match, and then we'll get into it. Let's get into it. White House, since we pulled the prank on you tonight, we'll let you start. Flair's last match, the pay-per-view, the match. How you feeling about it?
Like we were talking about last week towards the end of the show, I was suspect going into it, but as you look at the card, it's what really drew me in, and then talking amongst the three of us, it made me a little bit more excited about it because I had zero going with SummerSlam. I didn't really think it was going to be anything to it. So having that the next day to end of the weekend, so might as well. And I'll tell you, when it started, seeing the Crockett promotion set from when I was watching NWA and that Mid Atlantic stuff as a kid, it was nostalgia. I mean, if anything about this pay-per-view, the key word for me, and I don't know about you, Edwards, nostalgia.
Yeah, Absolutely, especially with the set. I did not know Shivani was going to be on the
Neither
set,
did
and when I
I.
saw him, I was like, there it is.
And the other thing I liked is I like how they brought they brought different commentators to work with Shivani. One, kudos to Tony. He knew all those guys, even even doing AEW for the last couple years. He still knew the guys. He was able to call these matches, but bringing in those guests as they did, I thought it worked for them, and 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 especially the MLW for those who didn't have never watched a lot of the MLW, bringing their guy on, and Tony does have a background with that too, but that was a while ago, so I just thought it worked. And then you got the voice of ROH was there. I mean, he's good. He could be over the top, but I think that's just his shtick.
Being Riccaboni.
Yeah, and so I liked those things, and the the opening match, I thought they went spot on with it. You could argue maybe go with the 4-way, but that having the Wolves back, and you could tell they were a little bit out of touch. That's going to go with it because they didn't have tag for so long. But goddamn, Motor City Machine Guns proved that when you talk about those top tier tag teams of the early 2000s and on, you have to put them in that rank, because my God, they put on a show to open the card. So I enjoyed it. Hell, there's a couple things I'm sure we get to within the card, but nostalgia is the first thing that pops into my mind with that card.
Hollywood.
All right, so card overall, nostalgia, the way it was booked, Von Erich's Horseman, 5.0, whatever you want to call it. There were good things on the card, so kudos to Conrad about that. But I have probably an unpopular opinion about the Flair match, and I'm not coming at this. I'm not coming at this from a Mark perspective of like, Ric Flair's work rate. It was a half-star match. I'm not saying any of that shit because I know what I was getting into. Okay, he's 73 years old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But at times I felt like I was watching like a snuff film.
Dude, it got uncomfortable, bro. It got uncomfortable.
It got very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
Very quick. Yes.
And
you were going where I was going, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Good. Because it was good. On one hand, it was great to see him, and then on the other hand, it was like, I don't want to see him like this. I don't want this to be my last memory of Rick.
Edwards, you're absolutely right. You look at the Wolves were great. I thought the Davey cross match was good. I mean, I love Nick Aldis on commentary. I think they, it took Conrad, but you actually found something for Pillman Jr. Hey, Con, turn him fucking heel, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I put him with Arn's kid.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Where I'm kind of, and then I'll kick it away. I'm 100% with Hollywood with watching the actual match, watching Flair. It was very uncomfortable at best. I don't know that I need to see a guy lifted off the mat and his hands are shaking. Not only that, it's a dude with towards the end of the match there when he put the knucks on, Andrade's lifting him up. He's putting the knucks on his wrong hands. His hands are shaking. He's beat red. He's got nothing left.
It was a bit like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can even make the case on the figure 4 where they counted the 3. All 4 shoulders are down. Flair was definitely laying flat. I mean, I get. You know what? I'm not killing him. That's not why I'm saying this. I'm not being a hater. It's just a fair observation.
Yeah.
I'll say this though before I kick it away. The match beat what it is. You got Taker in the building. You got Foley, Bret Hart. You got Kid Rock. Whoever else. The whole thing. I gotta say, what I took from it, like I really wanted to crush the match. Like I really did, but I don't now because I listened to him after the match, and I'm not gonna lie, he got me, and he got me from almost two points of view. You could see the passion and all that, but it was almost like I almost felt bad for him at the same time. Where, like, dude, if this is your whole life, like I get it. Like I mean, you know what? I take that back. I don't get it. I wasn't a super. I'm probably never gonna be a superstar. I'll never be a superstar. I'll never. We're not styling and profiling. We're not on 50,000 rap songs. Selling out arenas for 50 years, and I mean, people that don't even like wrestling know who Ric Flair is. I get all that, but you really got a sense like this is his life, almost to the point where it supersedes his family, his kids. Even though they were there and he was happy they were there. And then the other part of it, when he's like, everything they say about me is right, I'm going to go party. Like, he's lived this person. Like, Ric Flair is not a character.
No.
It's who he is. And that's almost as great as it is, and as much as we love it, and as much as he's Mount Rushmore and one of the greatest pro wrestlers ever, it's kind of sad at the same time. Wait, your thoughts?
This was a pay-per-view that did not need to happen. That was my general thoughts of it when it first got announced. And then I'm sitting here going, this is Conrad Thompson going, look how much money I have. I could promote wrestling too. I'm officially in the business. As much as on all these podcasts, he's gone on there from day one with that Bruce Pritchard podcast. I'm just a fan. I'm not in the business. Well, guess what, Conrad? You're in the fucking business. Okay. The undercard to me was good. The Jacob Fatu spot where Frank the Clown on the pre-show is actually supposed to be Alexander Hammerstone, but Alexander Hammerstone missed his flight, so they threw him in there.
Yeah.
And
really?
I'm kind of glad it's Frank the fucking Clown, really, guys. You get it. You get Frank the whatever. The undercard was good. It was good to see the Machine Guns versus the Wolves. It was good to see Davey Boy Jr. finally fucking doing something after he's been signed with WWE. What was it, for like 2 years, and they did nothing with him?
Yeah.
Some of that might have been self-inflicted too.
Poor Jonathan Gresham, man. That's all. Say poor. I don't know if that's something that you guys have gotten into as of late, but the whole
we did.
Gresham situation. I love me some Jonathan Gresham. I could give a fuck how tall he is. The man can fucking go, and his whole run with the Ring of Honor title, yes, they went out of business like right after he won it, but in my opinion, his promos and everything that he's been doing online to champion that title and to keep that title relevant in people's minds, it's been amazing. Let's see, the Rocky Roll Express, get the fuck there's another one that needs to be put out to pasture. Take them out back and give them their rabbit, and that's it. I'm sick of seeing them. And I'm from the South. I'm from fucking Virginia, Virginia, where they were a staple around here. Yeah.
Wow.
The fucking accent doesn't give it away, Edwards?
No, not at all.
Oh, I'm that damn good.
Yeah, he's from Southern Virginia.
The Bandito.
They don't talk like you in Northern Virginia
No.
anymore,
No.
The Bandito. I still don't get this guy. I still don't get what's so good about him. Everybody talks about Bandito and how great he is, and I don't get it. I just don't.
I'll say that I'm with you to an extent on it, because I feel like
it's the same thing with Roosh. I don't get what's so.
I'm not so much. I don't so much agree. I don't so much agree.
This dude's pissing me off.
I don't. White House loves Roosh. I don't so much agree with Roosh, but when you talk about the mask guys, like, and this was my problem with Ring of Honor in the end, was like Flamita, Dragon Lee.
Yeah, they had a bunch.
Bandito, like all these. The one thing about masked wrestlers that Lucha Underground was able to do is, even with their masks on, because it was a TV show. Yeah, good. Thank you. Perfect. Let the Hollywood writer tell us what it was, because he knows.
Obviously.
Obviously. I know your game, Joe White.
Anyway, but the thing
But
about
no, hold on. Before my only point was, it was getting very repetitive with just masked guys wrestling and doing flips. You know what I mean? And I get your point to an extent with Bandito because he falls into that trap. Now, Roosh, I don't necessarily agree with that.
no,
Although I have other issues with Roosh, but that's not one of them.
since Roosh has been paired with Andrade on AEW, he has shown, a little bit more.
They have a tag match next week.
Yeah, I'm starting to open up to him a little bit more, but the past few times I've seen him, I'm just like, what is so special about that guy? He's no different than any other luchador,
I wish you guys could see the text I just got.
Oh God, here we go. White's a fucking Southern idiot. Get him off.
No. That's not it at all. My buddy just sent me Brittany Griner rejoins the WWA after her release from Russian prison in 2031. It's her with glasses and white hair. I got bad time for a joke. I'm gonna admit I laughed at it.
No,
anyway.
But and then this whole thing, everybody is talking about. The undercard was good. The undercard was good. It doesn't matter who was on the undercard. This was sold on Flair, and it was sad.
So let me ask you a question about that because I got this feeling too. I got this feeling too watching it. Like even with the extent of the Briscoes and the Von Erichs, like all the matches seem to get like a certain amount of time, but no match really got like pushed to the moon because I feel like they wanted the main event to really stand out.
You know what this reminded me of? The undercard reminded me of? You could probably see this exact same card next year on WrestleCade WrestleMania weekend. It's just any other super quote unquote super card, which this was. I mean, it's just
it was a super indie show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's nothing that special. So I mean,
and I don't think anybody's going out of their way to say it was either, though. You know what I mean?
Just a Flair,
like on this show anyway. I'm not talking about it out in fucking internet world.
I'm glad it's over. Let's put it that way. I'm glad this is over.
I kind of agree with you to an extent.
I hope Flair never fucking. I hope we never fucking see.
Oh no! You guys are off on that one. There's a day two.
No, that's fake.
It's fake. Oh man.
Are you talking about the Nick Gage thing?
Yeah, I saw it today.
That's fake, dude. It's not happening.
I hope it doesn't, because did
you guys hear the rumor though about Flair after the show?
Oh, they probably went out with Kid Rock, and he said he was going to go out and party with Kid Rock after. And
all right. So I just heard this before we came on air, and I'm not saying it's true. It could be real, could be bullshit. I'm in no way saying this is real. I just want to put this out there for you indie nut jobs or your internet nut jobs. I take that back. Flair was at a strip club, got so bombed, he passed out on the toilet and had to pull him out of the bathroom.
And how
okay. And listen, I want to say it's not true, but could it be true?
Let me say this about Conrad Thompson, okay? I'm not a big fan of him. The few times I've listened to his podcasts, like whether it be like watching the clips on YouTube or whatever, and my wife is sitting in the room, she looks at him and goes, I hate his fucking voice. But here's a guy who, if you're that much of a fucking fan, yeah, he's your father-in-law and everything.
But don't you think that's part of it?
But yeah, it is part of it. He took, like I said, Flair out and bound.
Let's be honest. Why was Andrade tagging with Flair?
Exactly.
We all know what was going on here.
And everybody's talking about him and FTR teaming up against such and such and such and such. I didn't think
who in FTR.
They were talking about Flair and FTR teaming up to take on somebody. That was
in Puerto Rico, right, or Australia or something. Some other country or some shit.
No, that was for this. They were talking.
Oh, that was for this.
Oh,
I thought he was doing something in Puerto Rico too.
Oh God.
I know he's come out with Andrade in Mexico.
Yeah, he came out
as like a manager or
No, this was like a tag or a 6-man tag or something. I thought they're doing something in Puerto Rico.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something right now.
AEW Trios tournament.
Don't put it past.
Don't give him
Don't
any
put
idea.
anything past.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. Don't go to Australia because
Okay, that just
Flippin'
proves,
Machines owns Australia.
that just proves right there. Hollywood, do not let Hollywood anywhere near the writers' room.
He's obviously joking.
He's gonna book Flair. Come on,
Hey,
Nate.
hey, listen, I gotta say this right now, and wait, I don't know if you heard it, but on this show, prior to last week's Dynamite Fight for the Fallen, Hollywood booked Hook coming out to win the FTR title.
Good.
Just saying, before it ever happened.
It's good shit.
Yep.
I like it.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I actually
and it is not the first time on Cool Truth that we have predicted things that happen on AEW TV. It has happened like a lot, to be honest. To the point that I think someone might be listening. I don't know that to be fact. I'm just saying it could be.
It was the Dynamite where Wardlow took on Punk was in Raleigh, and I actually went to that show. And this was right when Hook was starting to take off. The whole term "send Hook" was a thing, and it kind of pissed me off because Tony Asperger's Tony Khan, there's no doubt in my mind that guy's on the spectrum. But anyway, he brings out Hook, and Hook just waves to the crowd, and that's all we got to see of Hook. Well, I brought a sign, and I carried it with me all night that said, "My wife is a hooker," because Hook's fans are called hookers.
You started that way?
Everybody was marking out for it. I got stopped like 15, 20 times. Hey, great sign, great sign. So,
hey, did you guys? This is kind of like getting ahead of the game here. But did you guys hear about the sign at Dynamite last night?
Yeah, the one that says, the one for Britt Baker.
Nope.
Baby one.
No,
that one was funny.
Baby, yeah, that one was funny.
Oh,
that one was funny.
It was Matt Hardy versus Christian. I played this on what the hell is that fucking game? The fucking video game. WWE 64, whatever the fuck the one they are always talking about.
No Mercy? Yeah.
No Mercy, yes, thank you.
Oh, God.
I played this match on No Mercy. That's pretty funny. Come on.
Don't get me started on the AEW video game. They released a little teaser thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen,
Did you see the video of Shivani and Britt Baker actually playing the motherfucking thing?
I saw a screenshot of Britt with Adam Cole in her finisher.
It looks horrible.
I mean, I'm never gonna play it, so I really don't care.
Oh, my kid's already asking for it.
So's mine. It's already done.
All right, so
before we move on from Flair,
go ahead. Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
I wanted to say quick because I was blown away.
You just stole my thunder, Edwards. I know what you're gonna say.
By the performance of Jeff Jarrett.
Yes.
Dude,
thank you.
I was not expecting much. I was never a huge Jarrett fan. I always appreciated him because he's an old school heel. But I was not expecting 55-year-old Jarrett to come out. Dude, with the set and the way he was acting, I felt like it was, 1973 and people were going to try and kill him, He's getting in fights as he's walking to the ring, jarring with fans the whole time. Karen Jarrett was awesome.
Yeah, she
was good too. Yeah.
Producer. He's a producer.
Yeah, he's a producer now for WWE. But
I was just bringing it up because I was like, man, I'd like to see him versus Sting.
But you know what I mean? The amount of heat he got. Like if you look at today's wrestling, you have MJF, who's a god basically. He's born in the wrong era, and you have like Roman Reigns. Other than that, you never see what Jeff Jarrett did.
Miz gets there sometimes.
Okay, all right, I'll give you.
I would throw him there.
Yeah, you got a few guys.
There's a few.
But to the point,
that was a clinic.
Between.
Oh,
absolute clinic.
100%. And here the thing I hated, like as soon as I heard Double JC, I just did it. As soon as I heard Jeff Jarrett's music playing the King of the Mountain, Impact, TNA, that music. Oh, all right, here we go.
Yep.
I popped a little bit for that because that's my favorite version of Jeff Jarrett. Was when he was the King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett. That's what we got. But they announced him as Double J. Fucking hate that because he wasn't that, and it's just he made you. Edwards used the word. He put on a clinic.
You know who could take a little, I don't know, a little something from that, and this is kind of again getting ahead of the game, is Jericho. If you want to be fucking Mr. Heel going for the title, you can't have people singing your music, dude. Like we brought it up before, and it just stood out again last.
Not a heel. Because he's not a heel.
Yeah, it's just not good.
If I was him, I'd change that music. If you really want to be taking shit,
should have
the heel. He needs to change it.
They started with the JAS thing, and I actually think it's Daddy Magic's voice saying Jericho Appreciation Society, and it's just like you're waiting for that to go into like something else, and then the fans to boo, and then Jericho to come out and laugh at him like, I got you, sons of bitches. You know what I mean? Instead, he's standing in the middle of the ring, smiling, egging the fans on to sing his fucking music still.
Yep.
If they really want to do something and put over the whole sports entertainment versus wrestling thing, then what they should do is, have Daddy Magic come out there and, sports and entertainers. And then all of a sudden start the fucking countdown clock and have him recreate. You can't do the music, obviously. Have him recreate his WWE entrance. Because that'll piss off
that would be good. Yeah.
That would be, I'm with you on that. Yeah. And I got to tell you, the best guy talking about the fucking sports entertainment is Garcia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He brings it up all the time.
Everybody okay?
Yeah. White House. His mic went off. That's all right. Let's.
Did he kick it? What the hell, man?
No, that's my allergies.
Dude, Northern Virginia, I feel you.
He's never gonna get rid of the music.
I'd be allergic to all that stuff in Northern Virginia too.
He's never gonna get rid of the music. The song just went platinum. Guys getting paid what it plays. The problem is they should just leave him babyface. Let him sing the song. Let the crowd sing the song. It's fine. Just keep him a babyface. His stable's stupid as fuck.
It is. It is.
So they should just leave him as a babyface.
But I like all those guys as a certain my God. As a certain thing. It's just not right together. I get that's bad stable, but dude, like, come on, you can't watch Garcia and Wheeler Yuta at the ROH pay-per-view and tell me Garcia doesn't have something. You know what I mean?
I actually think Garcia probably should have. He should have probably been the guy to join Blackpool instead of Yuta.
Yeah, I know, probably, right? Right. With that Kangol hat he wears and shit, he almost looks like a fucking like. It's funny because when you hear Daddy Magic talk and then you hear him, I think of like, like two Italians,
totally.
Yeah. Like Nunzio and shit back in the day. You know what I mean? But maybe in a little bit different, but it's just it's a weird mix is what it is.
It is. It's weird.
You know what honestly, the team should be Jericho, Hager, and Sammy. And those guys should be the other guys should be doing their own thing. I think that's probably the best way to handle it. And listen, you got to have 50 million 3-man teams because you have trios champions now. So the whole company has to be in a 3-man team, which is why those titles suck. But anyway,
they look good though.
A certain person.
Yeah, they all look good. Hey, who remembered? Here we go. I'm gonna fucking start railing on AEW. Well, who the fuck remembered that Pac even won a title until they started telling you that he was defending it at Rev Pro in England and a show with 17 people? Who gives a fuck?
You don't need to go invent another fucking title just to say because I'll be in England for a while.
Not only did they invent another title, and now they invented another title, and they have 2 women's titles, and they have a tag team title, and they have a TNT title, and they have a championship title. They also have the Ring of Honor title, the Pure title, the Ring of Honor tag title, and the Ring of Honor TV title. How many goddamn titles do you need?
Somebody brought it up. If you count all their titles plus all the titles
it's New Japan.
Hold on. If you go to all the titles that have been defended on their television, including the New Japan stuff, including
you got the IWGP US title.
Yeah. If you add all that up Every title that has been defended on AEW television this year, and you check, and if you count the two Owen Hart belts, which aren't going to be defended, but they're belts,
Yeah.
and that goddamn diamond ring that MJF has, you have 21 different titles that have been defended on AEW since they started.
That's insane.
21.
You know what that says to me? And let's switch gears to SummerSlam after this. But you know what that says to me? We can't make you care enough about these matches that we need to fabricate ways to care. And I want to get into that later when we talk about Dynamite, because they're doing it in other ways, not just with titles. But let's get into SummerSlam.
Hold on, before we get into SummerSlam, can I bring up this HBO Discovery?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So HBO and Discovery, or Warner Brothers Discovery, the two companies merged earlier this year, and they had their earnings call today. And
it's a bloodbath. From what I hear.
I mean, they've scrapped the Batgirl movie.
CNN
is gone.
They're doing a public service with that one.
Yeah, they're taking Ted Turner's legacy and pretty much screwing it up. But anyway, they've announced that HBO Max and Discovery Plus are merging together starting next year. Summer of next year is when it's going to happen in the U.S. Single global brand, best of both platforms. You have on demand. And here's what kills me: on demand and live. So they before I pose a question to you guys, they did this thing. I have slides here. This is courtesy of Variety's Twitter. HBO Max is male skewed, scripted, lean in, appointment viewing, home of quote unquote fandoms. Discovery Plus is female skewed, unscripted, lean back, comfort viewing, home of genre dumbs. So, and then, they go on to say the multi-tier, sports and transactional. I've been saying this for years now, ever since AEW first started. When HBO Max first launched, AEW had them on their ringside banners, the barricades. They had them on the ring apron, the advertising HBO Max, and that was only for like a couple weeks, and they haven't really mentioned them since.
Bleacher Report. Shark Week.
Well, that's because it was right after the merger.
The 1 week.
Why Shark Boy was not on that fucking show? Hello,
should have been.
He should have been. I kept saying it that whole night on Twitter. On Facebook. I want Shark Boy, damn it.
White House, give me a show, yeah.
Give me a show, yeah, White House.
Oh my fucking god.
White House is just sipping his cocktail like
I am. You know me all too well. I am.
Here's what gets me. Here's my question to you guys, and here's what I think is going to happen. There's a slide here that says multi-tier, and in parentheses it says sports, and then and transactional. Is this the end of Bleacher Report? I hope so, because Bleacher Report sucks. And do we see, I've been saying it for years, do we see AEW pay-per-views going to this platform in the future?
I mean, I would think that
it makes sense, doesn't it?
I'm actually shocked none of their content is there yet.
I
mean, I know they don't have all that much, but they have a couple years worth of content. You might be able to get like these championship shows. Maybe you could get away with doing them on streaming only to kind of push it. Yeah, I mean, dude, Ring of Honor. We need a home for Ring of Honor, like something. Yeah. I'm shocked that I think you're right. I think at some point.
And the big thing, I heard
they have to transition into streaming.
I heard Meltzer talking about it, and Meltzer's bringing it up. A couple people have asked him about it, and he's like, HBO Max just doesn't want it. How could you not want that? How could you?
But if they're not their own entity anymore,
I think it's more that's Meltzer's opinion.
Yeah,
I don't think he has facts.
Yeah.
But because here's the deal.
Time Warner did nuke the Briscoes, though. Let's be fair.
Yeah, that's because of the whole cancel culture.
No, but I'm just saying there is some
woke bullshit. That's what that is.
The leader of Discovery Plus is against all that woke bullshit because look at what he's doing to DC. He just scrapped Batgirl for crying out loud.
Yeah, so the AEW's in the middle here because the biggest reason why Discover and HBO Max are merging is they want to compete against Paramount Plus. They want to compete against Netflix for Disney Plus in this streaming battle. So now, right. So So this is just a big streaming battle, and AEW, because they're where they are, they're in the middle of this, and it would benefit Tony jumping on, getting in on this, and because I mean, look, here's the deal. You look at the NFL, what's going on with the NFL right now. You have the Sunday ticket, and it's last year. Okay, that was a $1 billion package to the NFL. Okay, this is the last season of it. It's gone.
And it's going to be 7-8 times that now.
You're looking at $3.5 billion right now.
Probably more.
And that's what they're saying right now. It's at $3.5 billion, and it's between Apple, Disney, which ESPN, Apple, ESPN, and Google now, which would be able to use YouTube
Amazon.
TV for. Amazon, they got their $300 million Thursday night game. So everything's going streaming, and this is where we're headed, and Tony Khan's got to play nice with Warner Brothers, and that's why Briscoes aren't there, and other reasons why.
Yeah, but to White's point, with Discovery coming on, maybe they have a better avenue. Maybe they have a more, an avenue that's more willing to take on some.
White House has a point here, because the scuttlebutt has been, with all this bloodletting and all this cost-cutting measures, he does have to kiss up to them right now, because their rating or their contract is up next year. Or I think 2024, 2023. So in order to get a rights increase, in order to get a pay increase,
I thought it was
the end of the year, end of this year, end of next year, 2023. I thought
that was the original deal, and they.
So in order to get a rights increase, Tony Khan sees all this bloodletting going on. So of course he's kissing their ass. Yeah, we'll promote Shark Week. So that when comes around and it's time to put pen to paper, he's getting more money. Also, if I'm Tony Khan, I'm bringing up the fact that we're your number one fucking rated show on your networks right now.
That's true too. But
that's his argument. That would be his argument.
That would be his argument.
Do you guys think that he's willing to part with the pay-per-view money though? Because you're talking about they're selling like 130 to 170,000 pay-per-view buys. Times $45. That's millions.
But they're also but they also do sell it on streaming, and they can continue to do that.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I just think having a better app than Bleacher Report would help them.
Well,
having a better streaming than Bleacher Report would help.
The thing that I read did have in parentheses. It had. Let me read it again. Hold on. Come on, load up for me. It says multi-tier, sports, and transactional. So maybe they could do like ESPN does with the UFC.
I could tell you this: if they
and pay your damn $30.
Do you guys use the Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus package at all?
Yep.
Okay.
I have it, but it's not all together. But yeah.
All right. So because I get it through my cell phone company, I have it. Long story short, point being is, if you go on Hulu, you can access the Disney Plus and the ESPN Plus content from Hulu. So if Discovery Plus or HBO Max, whatever it ends up being, on it, because you can access it from, you don't have to just go to one specific one to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want to go right now and watch The Ultimate Fighter, I could go on ESPN Plus, or I could go on Hulu Plus and access it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that would be beneficial to AEW to have that kind of access.
If I'm AEW, if I'm Tony Khan, here's the kind of deal I'm supposed to get. I'm looking to get. Give us a little bit above a bump for the TV rights. We'll give HBO Max the entire Ring of Honor library, the entire pay-per-view library that we already have, plus next day air rights instead of it being on demand.
And then they could give White House, his money back for charging him $120.
So don't even go there.
and then what we do is for the pay-per-views every year, Battle of the Belts will air free on those. I love that idea, because I didn't even know there was a Battle of the fucking Belts until this week. They haven't promoted that with a shit. Nobody's gonna watch it anyway. Why not?
Yeah, but it's like let's be honest. It's like a throwaway show. It's not. Nobody cares.
And then for the pay-per-views, I'm doing just like UFC does with ESPN. Not only are you going to have to pay the $35 to watch the pay-per-view, but you're also going to have to be a subscriber. So we're burning the candle at both ends. That's the ideal.
Right. Where you're saying stream the pay-per-view, charge the people, but you have to buy it on that service.
Yeah, it's just like with
right, like Plus does.
ESPN.
Yeah, but
Plus.
hold on though. Let's just to be fair for a second.
That's gonna piss off a lot of people.
I don't know if it will, if it's the same price.
It's worked for UFC.
Yeah, but here's the difference. UFC's was way more established, and Disney paid $1.5 billion for the UFC product. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm Tony, I'm like, oh, if you want me to do that, you're saying my product has value. You need to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just give that away. That's my own.
Because here's the deal. I mean, as much as the network is shitty on Peacock, I mean, you just got to pay the $5 or $9, whatever tier you have, and you got the pay-per-view. Yeah. So I mean, I
get it. I'm a Comcast subscriber, so I get the shit for free anyway.
Right. Yeah, but you know what? WWE's running pay-per-views every month. It's a different deal. I don't know that AEW needs to give up their 4 pay-per-views a year. They could still charge for it. The UFC does, and the UFC now has a, if Conor McGregor fights, it's $85. If other people fight, it's $70. But you know what I mean? Like,
my point is with this, I think Bleacher Report's getting ready to go bye-bye. It's a cost-cutting measure. They don't need it. If this is the brand that they're going,
the service sucks on it. From everybody that watches on there, telling me it breaks up all the time.
Sucks. It sucks.
I tried to watch it. I'm sitting in downtown Los Angeles, got plenty of fucking cell phone signal, trying to watch that last goddamn pay-per-view, and I had to wait on it until the next day and download the damn thing.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
The other part of this conversation too is Honor Club. Like, I don't understand why these companies don't just abuse their own streaming services. Like, a long time ago during the women's revolution, I said, why doesn't WWE just put a show on the network called Women Whatever?
You did say that,
with the purple ropes, remember?
I remember.
Do it. Like, so why doesn't Tony just move Dark and Elevation to Honor Club? He can rename it Con World. You get ROH, you get AEW's library.
Con of Honor.
Con of Honor. There you go. Exactly.
And you could put ROH on it, and you're like, dude, you're on to something then, you're on to something now. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I don't
like
understand
why direct everybody to YouTube when you could direct them to your own streaming service?
Right.
Because the same people that are gonna go to YouTube to watch it would pay a few dollars a month to watch it.
Well, fuck, they took my $120 for the year because I can't be the only.
White House is paying for it.
White House is paying for it already.
I was getting ready to ask because I'm not in the know because I ordered it here at the house, the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view. They didn't mention not one goddamn thing about Honor Club and haven't since.
No, but you know what they did? They took White House's money for it.
Okay.
$120.
Have you messaged them about it? Have they said anything about it?
No, but basically what they were saying before I saw that they took my money was they weren't taking any money. They were holding off because they were reconfiguring some things, and you'll get the Ring of Honor pay-per-views in 30 days going forward.
I heard it was 60, but
whatever it was.
Either way, that's pretty
bullshit.
You're not getting it live anymore. You got to wait 60 fucking days when you can.
Yeah.
So, you know what?
And the other selling point was supposedly that they edited all the old content and remastered it.
I know this is going to come off as a joke, and it's kind of like a double entendre, but I really mean this fucking insincerity. White House got conned. That's the only.
Yeah, you did.
He got conned.
Here's the thing. Because I saw the memo. So I'm like, okay, so I don't really, because in the back of my mind, I've been thinking like, I know I'm getting close to where we're supposed to withdraw it. They, this press release said they're not taking it, but motherfuckers did it anyway. So
you know what? Honestly, bro, I would email them and be like, what the F? And if they don't do anything, I'd fucking blast them on Twitter. See what happens. What do you have to lose? Like, you're paying for nothing.
And I'm sure he's not the only one. He's not the only one, I'm sure.
Of course he's not.
It sucks because I love the Honor Club. I loved it. All the content on there, pay-per-views on there. I watched them all. But when this whole con thing would happen, I'm like, okay, this is getting garbaged. Because the smart thing for me would be, okay, I know it's Ring of Honor, but I just own this. It's going on. Why don't I use it? I don't fucking get it.
I agree.
Put the goddamn show on it. Give you something for your money.
At least take.
You're getting nothing for your money. It's ridiculous.
Take Edwards' idea of, or at the very least, fucking have something when this merger happens. If they do go to HBO Max, have something to where you can access that content for being an Honor member. They got your fucking
Impact is doing it. They run specials on Impact Plus, live pay-per-view type.
Yeah.
So if they go on a streaming service and they're going to charge, what they should absolutely do and say to somebody like White House is, you paid $120 or whoever else paid, and we're prorating your money, and your 120 is going to this until it runs out, and then we'll charge you whatever the monthly fee is, because I'm sorry, like, that's just not good business. I don't know.
That's the best I can put it.
All right, let's move on here.
It's not a joke at the same time. He got conned.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Fuck, it sucks. I mean, at least do like Edwards said, put the fucking Ring of Honor pay-per-views, take an hour of dark or whatever, and do you have 2 dark shows? Take 1 hour of it.
Yeah, something.
Honor Club every week. You know?
If we own that shit, if one of us own
our show.
When Hollywood buys AEW, there's going to be 7 days. We have the Ring of Honor. We have Honor Club. I'm just going to tell you guys, take a day and make a show. Go. They're already in the Universal lot or whatever, to film. So just make a show. Just do it. I'll be like, what do you want? You want the women? Go. Do it.
Take Being the Elite off YouTube. Put it on Honor Club.
There you go.
Take all those shows.
That'll never happen.
Even if it doesn't happen, you could. There's so many guys. Their roster is so huge. You could create content out the ass. Like, give Wardlow a camera and go, here, film yourself doing shit. You know what I mean?
About Being the Elite, I have to take back a little bit of what I've said about the Young Bucks over the years, because after seeing that fucking boy crying his eyes out this past Wednesday, there's a connection. They do make a connection. They have an audience.
All right. Let's move on. We'll get to Dynamite specifics in a little bit.
Bogged down on TV, White.
Yeah. Let's do a little SummerSlam here. White House, we'll kick it to you quick. Your thoughts on SummerSlam? Just an overall synopsis.
I thought it underperformed. I didn't go in with high hopes on that show, but I didn't think it was really all that good. That main event, I mean, I was reading some stuff today on social media, and everybody loved it. And rumor has it Brock got a standing O in the back, and this, that, and everything else. And I'm like, okay. I mean, how many times we saw Roman and Brock? I was like, Roman, Brock, 50. You know what I mean? It was just, I get it. They got to go to him. All the injuries. You don't got much left. Who else are you going to throw at Roman? Because Roman's just on a fucking unbelievable run.
And God mode.
They cleared the roster.
Mode. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, they cleared the roster.
You know what I mean? He's just, and if it wasn't for Cody and his collarbone issue, I mean, you could easily, after his trio of matches with Seth, which were really good. You know what I mean? Those were good. Could have had him win. You could have had him win Money in the Bank. Cash in on Roman or whatever. That could have had that you could have thrown Cody at Roman. I don't know, but I'm sure that been garbaged. My guess after
you gotta bring Dwayne back, bro.
My guess is after Edge runs completely through Judgment Day, you're probably going to throw Edge at Roman. Is my guess.
Again.
Yep.
Well, what do you got? What do you really do?
I mean, he pinned him and another guy at the same time, and then beat him again.
As many times. But what has he done to Roman? He's done everything to Roman. Well, now he's thrown, tables at him, and he stacked chairs on him, and he stacked tables on him. I mean, he physically has done everything to Brock now. But I mean, there's nobody. I mean, Drew McIntyre should get a shot, but fucking WWE Creative fucked that guy's character up.
Yep.
So I mean, you had him on such a high.
I think they're going to reestablish him now.
They have Edwards. They have no choice.
They better before they put him against Roman.
And they have to hit a home run on this because they destroyed his character. You know, there was two or three guys that stood out during COVID that carried WWE.
Oh yeah,
it was Drew, and it was that Edge and Randy feud. That was it.
That's it.
I mean, that's all you had.
Yep.
And the crowd comes back, and what do? Fuck Drew McIntyre up. And
goddamn,
pal. Goddamn, right? And so, I mean, you look at the roster, there's only two guys that you could throw at Roman, would be Drew, because that would be kind of new, and you got to go back to Edge. And for me, in order to get Drew believable, it's got to be Edge first. But you got Edge going through Judgment Day, and they fucked that stable up.
Well, Drew already has the number one contender match at that Castle.
And I thought that was too fucking soon.
And he's going
to because he's
win by DQ.
He's not going
to. Right. They're going. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Say it, White. White. Say what you just said.
He's going to win by DQ.
I agree.
That's to appease. That's to appease the UK crowd. Yep. That's where they are.
Yep.
And but it's stupid to throw that because they could have that in their pocket and use that all winter, and just fuck.
Can I ask you a question? All three of you, somebody answer. What the fuck happened to Walter?
Intercontinental champ.
Intercontinental champ.
It's Gunther.
They changed his name, yeah. And he slimmed a little bit too. I mean, his matches, when they actually do use him, he's really fucking good. They just don't do nothing with him.
I read something today. Him slimming down was his fucking choice. He wanted to do that. They never told him to lose a fucking pound. To Vince McMahon, what little bit of credit he has left, he never got told. That was him. And you know what?
I smash more broads than you could ever dream of, pal.
I like him. I like the old self.
Sign this NDA, pal.
Oh, yeah. Get under my desk. Just sign this.
Just get down there.
Take long to get here.
I got 7 million reasons for you to get on your knees. Yeah.
You think Derek Jeter gave you a basket, pal? I got a basket you can never dream of.
14 million if you want them.
Get out. Get out. Honey, as good as that feels, get out from under the desk. I got a show to write. God damn it, pal.
The only guy that got more ass than me is Deshaun Watson. Yeah.
And he had to assault somebody to get it.
I got a 6-game suspension, too.
Bret Hart wasn't the only one having sunny days, pal.
No.
Val Venus tried to steal one of my bitches, so I chopped his dip off.
Choppy.
Choppy, pal.
Good shit. That's good shit.
My own daughter stole my company, pal. Yeah.
Did he go into weeds real quick?
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, honestly, that's all. I mean, you look at a couple of things. I really don't want to shit on the show because, there are a couple things good. I mean, the Miz match with Paul wasn't bad. I think they have something with him.
Yeah.
The fact that he wants to be there. Yeah, he wants to be there.
He's a real athlete.
And
he doesn't get the credit he deserves because he's a YouTube guy.
Yeah.
He's a real athlete. He came up as a Golden Gloves boxer. He came up as a amateur wrestler. And I know he boxed and he's not that good at it, but the fact is he's a real athlete. And every time in WWE that they pull in these real athletes, you saw it with Ronda, you've seen it with other people. You know what? They may be green in the overall scheme of wrestling, but they stand out when it comes to athleticism.
You nailed it right there. Yep, you nailed it. That's exactly where he is. You don't even need to watch him. There, you just said it.
I saw the highlights, and so I saw him at WrestleMania, so I got it.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, the guy's an athlete,
Yep.
If I think he'll get better. He obviously has a little bit of charisma. He obviously has a following.
Yeah, he just needs to learn how to work, like psychologically. And once he gets that, he's going to be great.
he could easily get the hatred of the fan base. So either way, you're onto something.
I was gonna say when you shot it over to me, he finally got fucking cheered Monday night because it was promo and the match.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
it's already turning for him, so that's a plus.
And working with Miz too's helping him.
I gotta say the Miz is fucking underrated. I don't care.
Exactly,
he is
100%. 100%. He doesn't get his due. You can tell he's really working with him, and he doesn't get his just due.
So wait, what is your thoughts on SummerSlam?
What was White House done? I don't want to rob him of anything.
Well, he'll go on all night if we don't stop him.
We're good.
I'm kidding.
Anyway.
Go ahead, White.
I thought
just like you, if I don't stop you, so it's par for the course.
Shit. Anyway, I didn't think the card was that bad. You could definitely tell Vince. I'll be honest with you, the Bianca Belair Becky Lynch match, I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Bianca Belair. Have always been. Oh yeah, my wife says the same thing. She can't stand her character. My wife.
She gets your EST going, pal. You
No.
gotta get in that truck. And
The whitest.
EST.
The whitest.
The widest pal.
Anyway, but no, she works fucking hard, man. She works hard, and you can tell she wants to actually fucking be there. And I'm so glad.
I like when she cries in the ring. And
That's the best.
Totally blows up her whole character, but
Her
it's
dream
great.
came true
I mean,
all the time.
all I can say is, ding dong, the witch is dead, because now we can actually have matches like this, because it could be a lot fucking more worse. We could be seeing underwear models from Victoria's Secret, and they're trying to play pro wrestler again.
What is wrong with that?
That's what we would have.
I'm honestly, I'm asking, like, what is wrong with that? I never see. Here's the thing about me. I'm just gonna be honest. I never disliked that. I never wanted them to go away from that. I want to appreciate the female body.
See, the thing that people don't get is you had in TNA years ago, you had Gail and Mickey, but then you also had the beautiful people, and that was okay.
Oh.
There was nothing wrong with that.
Let the pigeons loose, brother. Let the pigeons loose.
Yeah, oh God.
But
and I'll tell you something right now, because obviously Velvet's from my area. She's every bit as hot in person as she is on TV. I'm just throwing it out there.
That's the big difference, though. She can actually work a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Unlike fucking, what was that woman who had the fucking growth on her face that the boogeyman bit off? We'd be going back to that, guys, if Vince was still here. It eventually would have went back to that.
But he's not, though.
The fucking lingerie
That's not gonna happen.
fights and gravy bowl matches.
Yeah, but that never bothered me. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just being honest. Like, none of that bothered me.
But here's the thing. I hate to sound fucking woke, but if they would have it didn't bother me either when I was 13 years old.
Can we get a little bit of both?
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you this. You want to know what does? I'm not going to say it bothers me. You want to know what bores the fuck out of me? 4 mediocre women's matches on every show. I'm just being honest.
Thank you.
And I'm not trying to trash women or women's wrestling. Let me just get this out. I'm not trying to trash women's or women's wrestling right now. All I'm saying is, when you have a show and there's 8 matches and 4 of them are women's matches and 4 of them are men's matches, there's a different level to the male wrestlers than the women's wrestlers. I don't want to get into debates about biology and all this other bullshit. All I'm saying is there is not enough high-level women's wrestlers to have 4 women's wrestlers, 4 matches on these shows and have them all be good. I think you could have a good match or two, some dynamic, maybe, some cold matches, however you want to do it. But when you have 4 of these women's matches, it just... The last AEW pay-per-view with 4 women's matches, the card stalled. It was the worst pay-per-view they ever put on. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. I'm not gonna lie about it.
Right.
But call it Cool Truth for a reason.
From a WWE standpoint, though, that's when you have your developmental, you have your talent relations, you have your scouting.
But White.
And they are just shoving women in who don't deserve to be there.
The WWE fucked their women's division up because they had, from top to bottom,
you're right.
had, but they let women go. They're not using them right. So It's not deep anymore.
Hold on. Here's the thing, though.
Anymore.
I think we have to take what is now that McMahon is gone, and it's clear that after that opening match at SummerSlam, Triple H definitely whipped his dick out and showed us how big it was. Okay.
Well, and I think you saw that starting at Raw. I think they let.
You know,
yeah, let me jump in here and expand on this because
I think we have to take whatever happened before. It's a new day.
Yes, it is. It's a
Yeah.
new day. Yes, it is.
Can we
White.
get
And
there
here's
first?
the AC, like you said, the AEW. It's horrible. Like last night, I'm watching. Oh, the Thunderstorm versus Fast Forward. That's what I did, right?
Yep.
So because I know
That
what it is.
actually wasn't that bad
It's the
because
same.
Hater stood out in that match.
Yeah,
Here's
I
the
love
thing, though.
that.
Here's the that you may be right, Whitehouse, and I'm not going to disagree because you probably are right. But here's the thing, White. Give me a minute. Here's the thing. When you have those girls, she has no character. She's got no reason. She's just hanging with Thunder Rosa. Okay.
Yep.
When you kick it over to SummerSlam and you see the first match, and then you return Bailey in the same segment that you debut Dakota Kai and you debut Io Shirai.
That
Okay.
was the
Then
best part of that.
Then, and I know I'm jumping ahead, but then you kick it to Raw. Triple H had them in 5 different segments. Io was in a match, and then they set up a brawl between 3-on-3. I'm watching this, and I'm going, thank God somebody gets women's wrestling.
Yep.
Triple H finally is showing, like you said, White, he whipped his dick out. He's booking them like guys. He brings them in. It's a new faction. This is exactly how you're supposed to book these girls.
He's elevating the people that should be elevated.
Right.
Exactly.
That's it, AC, right there. He's using the talent that wasn't being used.
For
Sky
the most part,
and
other
Dakota
than
Kai. How the fuck do you leave Dakota Kai buried as Mercedes Martinez's right hand for as long as you did at NXT when there were so many holes in that woman's roster?
And then you got
mind-boggling.
Then you got rumors of Naomi, which I could take or leave her. She does try. She works her ass off. She's a lot better than most of them are. They're
coming back. They're going to go back.
Yeah, they're going to be back.
Goddamn Sasha Banks. I love Sasha Banks. She can work her fucking ass off.
She's got a bad attitude. She's just got a bad attitude.
Well, here's the thing. You got somebody who was in The Mandalorian. She's Snoop Dogg's fucking cousin. She should have been pushed way to
which is why she gets her spots.
She's over, pal.
Yeah, but she should. But the problem is too, she can actually fucking work.
She can, but she's got to fix the attitude.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
a lot of it.
I actually don't think she's that great. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a hater. I'm just being honest. I don't think she's that great.
Everybody's entitled to opinion, but look at her work at NXT.
And Bailey. Her and
Bailey.
Yeah, that was a great. It was a great match. I said it was one of the matches of the year. I agree with that.
But my point is her work at NXT is
and
by far better than anything she was doing.
It was, but why has she been terrible since then?
Here's the thing.
That's what I'm gathering at. Now with Hunter, hopefully it changes because
I don't think I think the only reason why I kind of disagree with you guys is I don't think it was just booking with her. I think she was reckless in some senses.
We talked about the Page thing
many times.
No doubt.
And that's where I'm getting at. Like if you want to tell me right now that if you want to stack them up, I'll take Bailey and Charlotte over most of them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And wait till you see that women's trio, dude. You got Io Sky, they're calling her now.
Yeah, AC, if you can watch Raw because he booked them. He has them like $1 million. I love it.
I saw some of the segments.
Dude,
I saw some of the segments.
And it was threaded throughout the show too. That was the other thing.
I saw when they took out Bailey, and what's her name came running out. Or sorry, when they took out
Becky.
the man Becky. Sorry, they took out Becky and the EST. I got to be honest, like Bianca Belair looks fucking stupid in that segment. But the idea of them taking her out, I get it.
Dude,
and booking them as like a powerful heel group and the whole thing. Okay, I'm with it.
Dude, you know what? Go ahead, White. Go ahead.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
What I'm hoping what that trio does, it gets rid of the stupid fucking character you put on Becky Lynch to be like Seth Rollins.
She
2.0 women's version. you kill that.
Yep.
Bring her back to be the man that goes against that trio.
Belair
Dude.
called her the man.
No,
So-
fuck Belair, dude. She doesn't fit in any of this. Let her go back to NXT and run NXT. Her run as women's champ has been weak. It's been lackluster, and that's why I wanted Becky to take it off. But now I want to see Bayley just rip it off her waist.
Yeah.
And just let's
I'll
move
agree with
on.
that.
You know what I mean?
I was going to ask White House with Triple. You mentioned Sasha's attitude.
Yeah.
Do you think, and I think you kind of answered this, but I was going to ask you, do you think now that Triple H is it's a new day? Yes, it is. You know,
Yeah.
Triple H, she didn't have an attitude problem in NXT.
No, she did not. No.
But also, she wasn't on The Mandalorian.
That we know of.
TV.
Not that we know, but
she wasn't a superstar when she was in NXT either.
No, and that's part of it. But
when she was in NXT, she was 5 minutes from wrestling at the Bethany Town Hall. Big difference.
That roster, when it was announced that Hunter was taking over, he got instant credibility with that locker room, and he's going to get them all going in the same way. And well, I have, and that's and I don't have nothing to base that on other than what he did at NXT, and I fully believe what we saw there, and the fact that they've already announced that they're reworking NXT to go do what they used to do. So he has his hands on everything at the moment.
I was gonna say, do you think Triple H sits her down and goes, okay, look, we want to bring you back, but here's something. Not only are things gonna, things have changed on our part. Things have changed on our part. The old man's gone. Here's what needs to change on your part, Sasha. If you want to be here, and if you want to be pushed, if you want us to put you where we think that you need, to be put at, you got to drop the attitude and be a team player and not get pissy every time we ask you to fucking drop a bill.
Yeah.
That's what
you got to hope that you have to hope that conversation happens.
Yep. That's it. Yeah, I think it has to happen. If you're going to bring her back, I think it has to happen.
They have to bring her back.
I'm with you.
They have to bring her. They have to bring both them back because, especially with the fact that AEW announced who they're bringing in to coach that women's division, and with Madison Rayne, they're only going to get better eventually. Yep. You don't need those two to go to that roster because that's only going to make them better.
I think those changes that AEW did make, I don't want to get off on another AEW tangent, but I think the changes that they made, bringing in Madison Rayne and Tony Khan, realizing, look, man, we're only going to get bigger from here. We're only going to get better from here. We can only go up from here. I can't do it all by my fucking self. I need this.
So I got a question for you guys. But before I get there, I just want to say the best thing I saw in women's wrestling all week was Tony Storm's fitness magazine shoot because that was pretty fucking hot. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, listen, call me a womanizer. Bro. Call me a misogynist, whatever you want. I want to appreciate the beauty. That's where I'm at.
Fucking Robinson is my hero. I lived through him. That is why he is not just because he's a full-fledged member.
Hey, speaking of that, did you guys see that Cardona and Chelsea Green are renewing their vows on GCW?
Yeah.
I can only imagine what a shit show that's going to be.
That's going to be
Let me ask you guys this. There's something that happened on Raw that I want to get into. You had a couple three-way matches. Ciampa and AJ win. We've been talking about Triple H, so it kind of fits. Kind of screams Triple H, Ciampa, AJ. This something a little. I don't want to go crazy and say Raw was super different, but I happen to see these matches. I happen to see the Ciampa and AJ match. This is maybe something
I'll take
WWE fans are starving for.
I want to take this one first because I posted a meme of. There's an old meme of Vince McMahon that's been passed around where he's sitting in the rocking chair and the spotlight's on him, and it's like Vince McMahon sitting at home watching this U.S. title package. We're making titles mean something again, guys.
I saw that. I actually sent it to Edwards.
Fucking.
I sent it to both those guys, I think.
I thought that video package was fucking, oh my God, you're referencing WCW. This was a WCW, heaven forbid.
They made the title feel important for sure.
Yes, they did. And the matches were good. Now here's where You kind of got to take, when AEW first came along, Triple H goes, well, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And you got to take a little, I know that people want H to come in there and just spin it around right there, but you got to kind of take baby steps here with Ciampa. Up until now, Ciampa's been booked to shit.
Oh, I mean, how long are you going to take baby steps for? He's like 40 years old.
They could have fucking, and this is another thing I did not agree with on Raw. They gave him the first hour commercial fucking free. How about sitting there giving us, it used to be the night after a pay-per-view, Raw would kick off with maybe a good 5-minute video package going match by match by match by match, showing us what happened at the pay-per-view. And then, hey, if you want to see the rest of it, if you want to see it, go to WWE Network. You'll find out everything that's happened. Now, welcome.
You know why they don't do that anymore?
Why is that?
Because they're not selling fucking pay-per-views anymore.
True, but they could sell fucking.
Let's be real, they're not selling pay-per-views anymore.
You're right. But what I'm saying is, they gave them the first hour commercial free, and they ran every fucking segment where they would have a commercial break. They ran a fucking video package for what happened the night before. Okay, I didn't need to see all that. How about running a video package on these competitors that are going for this U.S. title? Show us what fucking Ciampa used to do in NXT. They did that a little bit.
I think they should bring back DIY.
They did that a little bit with
Hell yes.
They might.
They could. Hell yes. That tag team division needs such a jump start. Hell yes. Edwards, you've been a little quiet. You were going to say something before I interrupted.
DIY versus the Usos? Sign me up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Edwards, what are you going to say?
Where were we? Oh, yeah. The baby steps.
He's jotting down ideas.
Yeah, I'm working on the autobiography right now. But you're talking baby steps. But if you just look at it from the athletic wrestling, and I'm using air quotes, standpoint of Triple H booking 2 triple threat matches, mini tournament style winners go. I mean, it's a baby step, but it's also a huge baby step, because if this is Vince, and this is the way it's been, White House, you could probably attest to this. Bobby Lashley Theory.
Yep.
Next month, rematch. Bobby Lashley Theory. I'm sure if Vince was still there, he would have found a way to do it again for the next, because that's what they do.
They'd be having to do arm wrestling.
The other thing.
Yeah. Let's have a pose down again, White, and then the winner could take on Bobby Lashley. That's what they do usually.
And in that tournament they ran, the mini tournament, is Edwards calls it, the right guy won.
Yes.
And listen, AJ doesn't need the title.
Nope.
But I like that AJ was in the fucking final.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
that is it.
Yeah. Well, you got to see him wrestle. That that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Change.
I mentioned baby steps, but it also goes back to making new fucking stars and having to. I'm guilty of this. I now have to program my mind to think that whatever happened to Ciampa before this does not really fucking matter anymore. He's made. It's kind of like a re-debut for Ciampa this past Monday night.
Yeah, he's like reestablished.
It's probably like that for everybody, because you have if the ratings, the ratings are up. Let's be fair. They were this week. Yeah. So we'll go on that. The ratings are up. So you're bringing people back. So you're bringing people back and maybe introducing them to people they don't know. What they did is something they haven't been doing, and what something Edwards has been talking about for 7 years we've been podcasting, is threading storylines throughout the show like you would any other TV show you watch, beginning, middle, end, the whole thing, which doesn't always happen. It doesn't always happen in other places either, as we'll get to. Right. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you got a ton of that. You got a little bit of it. But I think where they need to get is that happy medium where they do that, where they're the sports entertainment TV show, but they also bring in that NXT aspect to it. Yep. And I think if Triple H and whoever else is doing things with them could find that happy medium, they probably would be onto something. Because I can tell you this right now, as many people as watch AEW, there are far more people in this world that want WWE to be good. It's just a fact of the matter. And if they put on a goddamn good show, they could. I'm not saying they're going to get 7. They're not going to beat Monday Night Football again, but could they get back to 3 million viewers? I don't think it's crazy that they could.
Yeah.
I just think they need to take the steps to do it.
I think, you mentioned Roman Reigns. I'm looking at the SummerSlam card, and like I said, I thought the show was decent. I didn't think it was as horrible as Whitehouse said. It was a hell of a lot better than what it could have been. And the next night only made it, that Raw and SummerSlam, I look at that as complimenting each other. Very, very good.
It's still degrees of bad.
You brought up
very much degrees of bad.
You're not going to please everybody. You're never going to hit that bullseye 100%.
Oh, my point, when I say degrees of bad, my whole point with degrees of bad is that our expectation level is so low. And I go through this all the time, and some of my other friends are probably listening to this show, and they know what I mean. Is every time you get excited about a little bit of a pay-per-view, it's like, oh, that was the greatest pay-per-view I've ever seen. Has it really? Is it WrestleMania 19? Like, is it really WrestleMania 19? Is it SummerSlam 25 years ago? Is it the first Money in the Bank? Is it Royal Rumble when Austin used to win? No, we all know it's not. But your expectation, because the weekly shows are so freaking bad, that the pay-per-views just seem like they're that much better. And they're really not. And that's my point with degrees of bad. The whole idea is to not be a degree of bad.
The whole thing, too, is y'all brought up Gunther or Walter, whatever his name is now.
I'm just trying to come up with guys that maybe you can elevate that could come out of nowhere. Think outside the box.
This time next year, y'all are probably going to laugh at me. Oh, here goes White again. If you really want to make a new star, you have Gunther win the Royal Rumble next year.
I'd be fine with that.
Yes, I get.
I like him, but I gotta see how it happens.
The thought, I like the thought, but I'm sorry, man. That bad timing for Walter, because my expectation for this Royal Rumble in January, Cody fucking Rhodes is winning it. That's the expectation.
Like to come back and win.
Okay. Well then if The Rock does not come back, you have Cody win the fucking title at Mania. I'll go ahead and book that. I would do it. He's the one to finally take it off Roman Reigns. You have.
I think there's going to be a split.
I mean, why not do both? I mean, let's hold on. You're doing 2 nights in LA.
A split. I think you're going to see this title split. I think somehow, I don't know how they're going to do it, that you're still going to get The Rock and Roman, and then Cody, I don't know. But
no, that's my point. Why not do both?
I think they got to figure out how to split the titles. My point is, I don't even think you need to split the titles. If you're going to have Cody win the Royal Rumble and win the belts, or he's going to lose another belt or whatever, let's just say night one, Cody. Yeah, Roman got double.
Roman versus Cody. Cody wins the belt. Yep. Now, pissed off Roman has to face his cousin with no titles. He's the head of the table. He's got to prove he's better than the cousin, and he fights his cousin. So Roman main events 2 nights on WrestleMania.
I'm okay with that.
I'm said it from day one.
Second one without a belt. Because I don't think he needs to wrestle the Brock with a belt.
He does.
And I think it'll be better. I think it'll be better.
That's good. I like that idea. Yeah.
I have no problem with Roman wrestling The Rock. Now, here's the problem. It's going to be okay if Rock gets in shape and doesn't injure himself. Yeah. But
don't you think it's better without a belt attached?
100%.
Yeah, it is, because here's the problem.
What fucked Punk and Rock up was with the belt involved.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, don't
even bring it up.
I know.
Here's the problem I had with these guys coming back, except for maybe Brock, to come back every time you get a part-timer like The Rock or Goldberg or whatever. What the fuck do you do afterwards? Like when Rock faced Cena. What the fuck? Okay, what happens afterwards? Rock goes away and makes a movie, and then fucking Cena.
No, you know what happened afterwards? They did it again.
They did it again.
Yeah.
That's what happened afterwards.
They announced the main event for next year.
One time only.
Please don't
one time only. Rock versus Cena, and then they did it again the next year. That's what they did.
The only thing that a possible way, and this is from a Vince McMahon thinking standpoint, but again, it's done. The only reason why you would have Rock versus Roman is to turn Roman Reigns babyface. But let's face it, he's been a babyface the entire fucking time. You see it every time some people are putting the one finger in the air for him.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's split.
Heel,
It's split.
and everybody loves heel. Everybody loves heel character.
That's the fact that they're cool heels.
Yeah,
They're
it's cool heel. Yeah, but he's a heel.
Listen, he asked to be acknowledged, and you should acknowledge him.
But you want to make a new star? You want to make a new fucking star? Get rid of Money in the Bank. I really don't. The concept of Money in the Bank is worn thin on me. It's fucking.
Apparently, it's worn thin on the fans too because they couldn't sell any tickets.
They could. It's in its course. Bring back King of the Ring and have Gunther win King of the Ring in June and challenge fucking whoever's the champion at SummerSlam. That's how you make a new fucking star. I've always said tournaments, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, these little gimmick matches where anything can happen and anything goes should be your launching point for somebody new. The King of the Ring used to mean something. Winning the Rumble used to fucking mean something.
True.
You know? Yes, you had your years where Ken Shamrock, Billy Gunn, and Mabel won the fucking King of the Ring. And they never really amounted to anything. But you look at everybody else, Edge, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Owen Hart to even a certain extent, Triple H, they've all been used to elevate and get somebody else over. That's the reason why you should have these tournaments and these ladder matches. It shouldn't just be, and AEW does this shit too, you know?
Listen, there's only one wrestling company that gets tournaments right now, and that's Japan.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
True. You know, and this G1 is fucking amazing.
Well, wait till you see the trios tournament, though.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be badass. I can't wait.
I can't wait. The other side to the New Japan tournament, let's be fair, it's not just a one and done lose and you're out tournament. They do a round robin. They have a point system. They do everything that AEW told you they were going to be and never have become.
You know, and there's storylines within the tournament. It's just they just do it right. It's just
hell, I'd be fine with them bringing back King of the Ring and doing a new.
I would love for them to bring back King of the Ring. But the problem is they when they tried to do it, they fucked it up.
Well,
I got to ask you guys this: if
on the name, it's just.
If you're Triple H, and I'm not sure what the contractuality is with everything, do you cut Khan's balls off and put a call into New Japan right now?
Ooh.
Oh.
Here's the problem: can New Japan go get past those failed conversations, those failed negotiations that they had before Bryan Danielson left them?
My point being is these might be with different people.
Japan doesn't forget shit.
I'm wondering
you say that, but they've gone back and worked with people that they.
I'm wondering how tight they are with New Japan right now. You know, because I mean they got a couple guys over there right now, and they're using guys in their U.S. show Strong, New Japan Strong. So I'm wondering if their contract is pretty binding.
Well, also,
I'll tell you what. Yeah, but you got to remember, AEW guys are wrestling all over the place. It's not just with New Japan.
Well, you also
no. I'm wondering, but they must have some sort of agreement. Is what I'm saying.
New Japan also has had a ownership / regime change since the Young Bucks and all that happened, and
that's why this happened was because of the president change.
So now we got a regime change with Triple H. So Forbidden Door next year. I'm just throwing it out there. Forbidden Door next year. You just put another fucking. Now it's Forbidden Double Door. You know.
My only, and I just threw it out there as an idea. Would they try to do it? But my problem with all this, it's always been, and I think it was probably glaring in this year's Forbidden Door pay-per-view is none of these and even when AEW did their stuff with Impact to an extent, the egos with these promoters you could just see it oozing, out of this stuff. I mean, you could even see it on the Flair on the Flair show. You got Josh Alexander, who's the Impact champion, who I'm sorry,
it had to be dirty,
It fights the MLW former champion who's not even MLW champion, and we can't have a clean finish in that match. It just screams like MLW saying, well, we can't have Fatu lose. Right. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, why?
Yep.
Right now in the pecking order, Josh Alexander is over him.
They feel like this is just a Booker mentality, the old school ego. It's going to make us look bad. Well, motherfucker, you can rebuild yourself. It's not like it's not the territory.
But you know what I'm saying, though. I agree with you. I'm just saying you see this happen all the time, though. It just happens all the time. Even when what's his name? But remember when what's his name first came over to AEW and they first did the Forbidden Door, Kenta. When Kenta first came over, instead of doing an actual like wrestling match, they did this like hardcore match, and they're hitting each other with garbage cans, and it's just like, all right, we get what you're doing here. Like, we can't actually have a real wrestling match because God forbid one of these guys actually wins the fucking wrestling match. And it just that kind of stuff just drives you crazy.
Well, Moxley fucked that up too, so don't get me started on that fucker.
Well, you called that, AC. Omega, the night on Impact, the episode of Impact when Omega was outside, they had like a helicopter shot. The AEW champion Kenny Omega is here. Da, 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 da. They didn't fucking mention it on Dynamite.
Yeah.
You know, and it was week after week. Impact. Oh my God, they did a great job, and Tony didn't even mention it.
That was fucking weird.
Well, I'll give you another example, and this comes from the same company. Claudio Castagnoli comes out last night. Did he have the Ring of Honor Championship belt on him? No. He came out beltless. He's defending that belt on Saturday, and he runs out last night without the belt.
I don't get Khan anymore. I don't get him.
Well, I'm telling you, man. I mean, no offense to anybody out there listening who has experienced this or has anybody who has experienced it. Watch that motherfucker during a media scrum. That dude's not all there. You can tell by the way his eyes get all wide and his eyebrows, he fucking blinks over and over and over. The man's on the spectrum. He's got Asperger's or fucking autism or something. The dude's not all
Wait, how do we get to there? Did we fucking we got the professor here. Now we got Dr. White over here.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, he's on Asperger's. He's got jaundice.
And then
he's jaundice. He's got monkeypox.
He's got monkeypox. Yes. And then he's hugging everybody like awkward. He's just fucking awkward, man.
He is awkward. That's
he's the dork that is in his fucking playroom that's the size of any one of our houses, playing with his toy ring and his toys. That's who he is, dude. And he's a statistics guy. They're all weirdos. Numbers people are weird. Come on, let's be honest. Let's be real here. And let's be honest. Let's get into Dynamite a little bit. But I want to bring this up before we do. How the hell is some GCW? And I'm not. Listen, I watch the GCW shows too. How the hell is this guy getting a title eliminator against Moxley? Because he won a battle royal.
He's piggybacking off Conrad's show. Think about that.
But doing the wrong things, guys.
No, wait. Conrad's
doing the wrong thing.
He's piggybacking off Conrad's pre-show.
Nobody even knows who he is. Nobody knows who he is.
I don't know who the guy is. I've heard his name mentioned, but
you know how you know? Oh, this is the guy who eliminated Bully Ray. I don't even know his name, and he's getting a title eliminator on AEW.
Yep.
And why is it? Do they not elevate this title ever? The only guy to hold that title and elevate it was Kenny Omega.
Yep.
And when Omega comes back, and we didn't get a fair run with Punk, so I'm not going to knock Punk because we didn't get a fair run. If Omega gets back before Punk, I'm putting it back on Omega, and I'm having him wait it out, and I'm doing Punk versus Omega because they could do nothing bigger, nothing better.
Yep.
You could get Danielson involved in it later. You can't do it now because he just lost to Garcia.
if he lost to Wheeler Yuta 2 days before.
The guy loses to Wheeler Yuta in the mid-card of your C show and then beats Danielson coming back from injury at the main event of Dynamite.
You know, I'm beaming over here.
Why would Danielson even agree to that?
You mentioned the fucking Tony Khan sitting in the fucking playroom playing with his toys. And then like 4 years ago when this first started, I brought up the treehouse analogy and got lambasted for it.
I got to be honest. A lot of times when you bring up this stuff, you do it in like an asshole way. So we get defensive. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, I will say, man, when you can, I got to give like I said, I know you want to get into.
How many times have I given you credit for calling him out as a mark?
Who?
Khan.
Oh man, a
Drew,
bunch.
I've given
Big plan with crayons. Drew has a big plan with crayons.
Oh, remember those lies?
I need to look that shit up.
Dude,
I'll get that going for next
the
week.
fucking
Oh yeah.
the video game is gonna
Hi
feature
Tony,
Barbed
great
Wire.
show.
Hi Tony, great show. This is Denise Salcedo. Hi Tony.
Yeah.
That bitch, I can't.
It's amazing how they suck his ass too. Yeah. You know what it is? They get here, come for. He probably flies him there. Let's be honest. He's got more money than God.
Surprised. I would not be surprised if he comps their fucking airline ticket.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
You guys can fly over with the ring. We'll transport you in the car.
We'll let you in the back. We'll give you a shot of Jack with butterfly pants. You know the whole thing.
I'll let you hug anybody you want to in the back. You know. You
Just
can
don't finger bang him. Yeah.
You can get your picture taken hugging fucking Excalibur. I mean, come on.
How funny is it that they cut a promo with Sammy and what's her name getting married, and they're like, "Be mad." I'm not mad. I'm sad for you because you actually think that people are mad about it.
You know who I feel sorry for? That woman that he proposed to last year, and then fucking 3 weeks later dumps her ass to go fucking with Ty Conti.
How funny is that?
Well,
they bring her on the show.
Yep.
She's in the front row. This
In your
is
hometown.
Sammy's fiance, and the next thing you know, he's fucking,
He was
smashing Ty
banging.
Conti.
I learned that.
And he had to be banging her before that.
White House is right.
And let's be honest,
Hey.
they had just sent him the sensitivity training because he wanted,
Oh, that's
said
right.
some
I forgot about that,
stuff
yeah.
about
Yep.
Sasha that maybe he shouldn't have said. So he came back for sensitivity training, proposed to his fat girlfriend, and started banging Ty Conti. And I'm supposed to be jealous of Sammy Guevara. I actually feel bad for him because you killed your babyface run, dude. You killed your own run. You dumb fuck.
They were setting him up. I honestly believe that they were setting that motherfucker up for a world title run down the line.
Dude, they were pushing him to the moon.
Ooh, to the moon. Yep.
Because his run as a TNT champ wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't.
It
No,
wasn't
good,
bad. Wasn't bad at all.
Dude, plus Cody put him over on the way out the door.
huge. Put him over huge.
Put him over
They had
huge.
it on the silver, a new star on a silver platter.
This is going to be one of those where you look back, and Sammy's going to be that what if guy. What if? Because I don't know if he's going to get that push.
Let me ask you guys something.
He'll be
Boy,
in
it's going to
NXT
be a
in 2
long
years.
fucking time.
I want to
2
know.
years
I'm
NXT.
curious to know your guys' thoughts on this because news came out earlier this week, or earlier even maybe today.
he'll be Sammy Conti.
Yes, he will be.
Anyway,
Oh, fuck.
but let me ask you guys this. I read earlier that reports were coming out that MJF might be legitimately done with the wrestling.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up because I actually had something pulled up about that.
I mean, if I'm there,
I don't think he's done with wrestling.
I don't think he's done. Does he go to WWE or is
No, actually, you know what? I take this from another side, not even him going to WWE. Now he's gonna be on all these different shows and movies. He's Hollywood. He's spending time in LA and gonna be on
Impractical Jokers.
Impractical Jokers. Thank you. I almost said Inglorious Bastards. Like, yeah, very different, but
Yeah,
you get
very,
it.
very.
Impractical Jokers, and does that fit like the supervillain of a wrestler?
Not
Or does that fit a guy who's going Hollywood? We saw this with Cody already. And listen, if you're MJF and you could go do that and make money and be happy, like as a guy, you go do you, bro. But here's the thing: his whole persona will go away if this is what's happening. It'll go away quick.
He'll have Cody heat when he comes back.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's one thing about that AEW audience. Cody fucked the moment they announced that reality show. Cody's career was done.
And let me ask you, do any of you guys
That's not
really
his
believe
fault,
that
though.
nobody? Do any of you guys really believe that nobody's spoken to MJF? I don't believe that for a
Oh,
second.
I don't believe that for a minute. I believe. I do.
I
Believe,
give them credit for being good soldiers, but there's no way nobody's spoken.
here's what I do believe. I do believe people in the industry are sending him texts and he's not replying. He's only replying to one person, and that's Tony Khan. And Tony Khan has told him, MJF, dude,
I mean, how do you know that?
fucking. I'm guessing. I'm guessing here. If I'm Tony Khan, I'm saying, look, don't fucking talk to nobody. This is our chance to make what could have happened with CM Punk when he dropped that pipe bomb. This is our chance to do it even better and bigger.
Yeah, but they're not mentioning it, White.
Exactly.
They haven't even mentioned his name.
They haven't mentioned anything. It's already dead to me. It's already dead.
An angle, because in a year from now, when he fucking pops up.
No.
Well, yeah, but no. Hold on a second. You're talking about popping up on AEW TV.
No.
If he pops up on Inglorious whatever the fuck, Impractical Jokers. God damn it, Impractical Jokers, and whatever else fucking show in between now and then, that all what you're talking about goes away.
Goes away.
Yep.
Now
Yeah.
I
think they've waited kind of long as it is, to be honest.
He goes Hollywood. He does all that stuff. He's WWE fucking bound.
Dude,
because
look
they
how
will
the
make
crowd
it work.
turned on Cody.
Cody
did one reality show in a fucking game show,
One
and he became
season.
persona non grata.
One season. And who the fuck's gonna blame Cody for making more money? Not me. Do it, bro. Do it.
I don't blame Cody for making more money. I blame Cody for not taking his rightful spot as the top guy in AEW. That's the biggest mistake he ever made.
Yes, and I guarantee fucking to you, he knows that. You know, that's a regret that he has because he became the fucking gatekeeper, and he didn't want to be the gatekeeper. And I don't fucking blame him because he should have been the gatekeeper.
There were so many times where he could have gotten out of it too, and everybody goes, "Well, they don't want to go back on stipulations." Well, guess what? They could have went back.
They could have found a way. It's just that he did. It's just that he. I think he saw the writing on the wall, and he knew months and months and months before his contract up, he was done. He knew.
Oh yeah, because months before, and they were talking about the rift between him and the Bucks and Kenny.
Yeah.
He didn't have to leave because of that, though. But
no,
I think he got scared off because of Punk and Bryan coming. He was having flashbacks.
Yeah,
of, 2008.
I think he was gonna bury him
even more. I
think that's very fair.
Yeah. Especially Punk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, but
people say when Kenny comes back, he's gonna blow it up. I don't think, and Kenny has even said in interviews, you're not getting the same Kenny Omega. You're going to get a much toned down Kenny Omega, a probably smarter Kenny Omega, hopefully. Just, I don't think we're going to get the Kenny Omega of old. Do I think they're still going to push him to the moon?
But you know what, though? There's nothing wrong with that. They still can make it work. Kenny can make that work.
Absolutely.
I'm not worried about that. They're just missing that guy, and it's Kenny fucking Omega.
And here's the thing. Why do we? I get what. I guess I get what he's saying, but I don't tone down. Like, you don't need to be 5-star Kenny every night.
Right.
You need to be it twice a year.
Right.
But that's the thing about a lot of these guys, though. They act.
There's a perfect example.
They do it every match.
It's too much. It's too much.
There's a perfect example of a guy out there, and it's worked for him because he's toned it down. All right, Will fucking Ospreay.
Yep.
Oh, 100%.
Exactly.
I was bored when I saw him.
He's gotten better at everything.
So much
everything, and this is the better version of him. So you know what?
But he's gotten bigger, stronger.
Exactly.
He has a gimmick now.
And who's to say Kenny? But he's not doing all that stupid shit.
He works slower. He works slower.
He works slower, and I think Kenny, smart as he is, sees what it did for Will. Why can't that be fucking me? I'm just saying.
I don't need to hit.
When has he gone balls to the wall every match in AEW?
He really has it. He has it.
Yeah, that's my only question. I mean, what are we talking about here?
I don't know what he was. I don't know what he's referring to in that one. That was
if you're telling me that Kenny Omega is not going to do fucking lights out hardcore matches or whatever the fuck they call them in AEW, I'm totally fine with that. Don't throw yourself. Go do what you did in New Japan 2 or 3 times a year, and then just be a great weekly character. I'm totally fine with that. If that's what you're talking about, I'm cool with it. I think there's too much of that in I think there's too much blood. I think there's too many tables, too much barbed wire, too many caskets and garbage cans and all that other shit going on in AEW.
On Wednesday, 100%.
I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The whole, do you need to do 15 V triggers a match? No, maybe cut it down to 4 or 5. Save
why are they blowing? I don't know if it's just me. Why would you blow off the Caster and Bowens and the Ass Boys in the middle of a Dynamite? I mean, couldn't you have opened the pay-per-view with that? Done it, even on a pre-show, done it on the champion show as a match. You know what I mean? Just in the middle of a Dynamite, it's just kind of like we're telling you these are mid-level jobbers, and dude, they're gonna have their cool match that we think's cool, but
they put a lot of time into that feud, entertainment-wise, right?
Yeah.
It's a clear problem with 2022, especially with Tony Khan. That should have been, if that was a WWE thing, it would have been on a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Whereas Tony he's still booking the indie show. Yeah. So let's just bury that because it's like too entertaining. No, you're supposed to fucking do that. You're supposed to have characters with storylines. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what professional wrestling is. It's like he forgot.
Right.
No, he would rather just bury it and then, book the trios tournament for the next 8 weeks. Like, okay, right. all right. Well, at least you're telling me now.
If you want people to care about a match, like, without putting, like, you could have had people were caring about that storyline. You make it bigger. And on a pay-per-view, now you have a match that the only stipulation is that they're going to throw each other in trash cans. They're going to fight each other, the whole thing. The same thing they did, but on a pay-per-view. Elevates all 4 of those guys. It makes it bigger, and you don't have to call it whoever wins gets a title shot. Whoever loses leaves town. You don't. Right. The only reason you're putting all these stipulations on title eliminator, Wheeler Yuta versus Jericho, winner gets the shot at Moxley. You're telling us
Quake at the Lake.
That's next week. There's no reason to care about this match, so I have to fabricate a reason to care about it. Yep. Instead of just doing good storytelling and letting our emotions care about it. That's the whole idea.
Those trios titles, man, and rumor is that those trios titles have been made and sitting in his fucking knapsack or whatever he keeps them in for about a year and a half now, if not longer.
Yeah, and listen, if you want to do like New Japan tournament, I'm fine with that, but just balance it, man. Like there's got to be a better balance to all of it. It's too chaotic.
Back in the day when Piper and Bad News Brown fought, and you had the Hots, I always think of this match when I think of like matches that I just loved, just to love it. There was no title attached. There was no stipulation. They're just 2 guys that hated each other, that wanted to kick the shit out of each other. And you really wanted to see Roddy Piper at that time, when he wasn't a heel for very few times in his career, kick the shit out of Bad News Brown, and he came out as the Hot Scott, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
the shit that he was doing in that match, the shit that he was wearing in that match, you can't do that today.
How many different matches can you go back? Can you go back to back in the day?
What you're talking about for me was Jake the Snake versus Rick Rude, and it was Cheryl Roberts was in the front row, and Rick Rude was all on her, and it had nothing to do with a belt, no championship. It was just he hit on Jake's wife, and that was
you hated him, and you wanted Jake to kick his ass. And they didn't tell you to feel that way. The story told you to feel that way.
Oh, you mean you had Jake
with all these belts and all these
Mancho when they turned Jake heel.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a good one.
There's so many of them. Miss Elizabeth or Ric Flair. Come on. We could go on for days and days when guys actually
the Snake at the wedding was awesome.
Knew how to tell a fucking story. Stone Cold versus McMahon. Perfect example.
There you go.
Everybody wants to kick the shit out of their boss. And Stone Cold kicked the shit out of his boss every week for fucking 3 years, and we fucking loved it. It's not even just Tony Khan. It's wrestling in general. They can't book that way because they feel like they have the boxing effect. There's got to be a title involved. Even with this Punk being out, we got to have an inner champion. We can't strip Punk because we have an inner champion. So now we have Moxley as a champion. We have Punk as a champion. We're going to have somebody come back, and he might win a title, and whoever. And we got to put a title on this match. And this has got to be a title eliminator. And this one's got to be, And it's just like, you're trying to fabricate reasons for us to enjoy or care about this shit.
And that's the thing they used to do.
reason to
Like,
care.
if Punk would have been, if they knew Punk was going in for surgery, at a break, whatever, why not utilize that and have MJF come out and beat the shit out of him, live in hell out of him,
or show him in the hospital, show him sitting on his couch with his leg up.
Well, that's Punk's choice.
How many times have we talked?
I bet you that's Punk's choice.
That's Punk's
You don't want to.
I'm just in general.
Yeah.
Working out, doing jiu-jitsu, getting back to fighting again.
The comeback.
I actually have some hope, which I know they'll probably fuck it up, with Malachi and Miro, because I actually feel like they let them cut promos against each other and not do this 3-man crap and all these different people involved, and let Miro and Malachi have a program against each other. That might be something we could care about.
Yeah,
Two just fighting each other with nothing else attached. Let's see if they could do it, because I actually thought Miro's promo was underrated.
Dude, that was a good one.
If you kind of want to muddy the waters, they did a decent job milking the whole Julia Hart thing, because I'm a fan of Julia Hart. I think there's definitely potential there.
Oh, I bet you are, pal.
She's got a long way to go, but
she's young.
She's younger than my daughter, pal.
What a
God
fucking
damn.
You fucking creep, pal.
White creeper.
I can't even get one thought out.
Go ahead.
With, what a better way to fucking, have debut me and my beautiful wife. What a fucking way to debut it than to have fucking debut Lana and have her attack fucking Julia and do the cat fight.
I mean, do we really need
that,
dude?
You don't
I mean, do we really need? Why can't Malachi and Miro just fight?
No.
That's my whole point.
No, she sucks.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Listen, Julia Hart is not that big a deal to me. I'm sorry. Nothing against Julia Hart. She probably has a future in the business, the whole thing. I want to see. Give me a reason to want to watch Miro and Malachi fight each other without all this other crap involved.
I mean, Malachi's got that whole fucking jiu-jitsu thing, MMA thing about him because he's trained in it. And then you got Miro, those two.
Why don't you have a picture of Miro's? He's the Redeemer. He has his God. Why not have a picture of his God and have Malachi fucking spit on it or spit his black mist on it?
God can be his wife. But I agree. Lana, CJ Perry, whatever you want to call her, she's not the best damn thing in the world. But every time she's mentioned, the people pop and want to see her. They've been wondering when she's going to debut for how many years now?
Speaking of storytelling and managers, Ethan Page is with Stokely Hathaway now.
I'm curious on that.
Me too.
And where's Dan Lambert? Just gone.
Is he gone? Yeah.
Just gone. I don't know. I guess.
I mean, listening to Ethan Page cut a promo. Does he really need a manager? I mean,
he's got another one.
I did.
And here's the. Speaking of managers, do we really need Taz to go on TV and say that Team Taz is no more? Like, we haven't noticed that for the last 6 months. There's been no Team Taz. Yeah. Now we need to say there's no Team Taz. You're a fucking announcer. You haven't been a manager how long? Why even bring it up now? But Hook hasn't come out with those guys in how long? Now he's going to, Hook and Hobbs and Ricky are separate. No shit!
I will say that the whole Ethan Page Stokely Hathaway, the real star to that, to me, that whole star of that segment, Stokely stole his heat. Yep. Because Stokely is fucking amazing. From Ring of Honor to the Indies, when I've seen him everywhere, to see him hand him that card and the way he got out of the ring, walked about a quarter way up the ramp and stopped and had that look on his face like, here he comes. I know he's coming.
That sucks because I wanted, not to cut you off, White. The only thing that sucks about it, and I like it, is, fuck, man, I like Sky and Paige as a tag team. Though they weren't used, but I like them as a tag team.
You know where my head went with all that?
Trios.
Or is this fucking the Hardy team all over again? Starting, you know what I mean? Like,
no, they're giving Stokely a trios team because they added what's his name, Lee Moriarty.
I think the whole trios thing with Sky they're going to bring back SoCal Uncensored. That's your trios. It's him.
Oh, with Sky, yeah, probably. But
Scorpio
Stokely's
Sky,
gonna have one
Daniels,
too.
and Kazarian. That's
So
a trick.
it'll be Paige, Lee, and whoever their third.
So we're gonna have no tag teams, just throwing together tag teams again.
Yep.
The tag team titles being barely on TV when we've heard from the beginning that this was a company that was gonna show you that tag team wrestling could main event. We gotta go bring all these teams to a 3-man.
Where the fuck was your hottest act last night? Where the fuck was FTR?
I mean, they haven't been on TV other than Ring of Honor in 3 weeks?
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
I don't know.
That's your hottest act in the company right now, in my opinion.
You know what the problem is? They're the hottest team in the company, and they don't have the AEW titles.
You're right.
They have every other title but the AEW titles.
They put it on two guys. They put it on fucking Keith Lee and Swerve, who fucking have only appeared on Rampage since they goddamn debuted, pretty much. I think they've only been on Dynamite as a team, twice?
Yeah,
since they debuted?
It wasn't last night.
No. And it's Tony Bipolar Khan. I'm telling you, the man's he's got something up there, guys. He needs to go sit down on the couch and get a diagnosis.
He reacts to the live crowd.
Oh,
they're cheering him. Oh, they cheered Swerve. Oh, well, Keith Lee came out. They cheered him together, tag team. Hey, or Keith Lee and Swerve went, hey Tony, we're gonna be a tag team. Oh, the fans cheered. Let's make them tag team champions.
Oh, they booed Sammy because Ty's with him. Instead of keeping Ty fucking away from him, let's just turn him heel and put him back there.
Here's what we're gonna do. Here's the way we're gonna handle that. Everybody hates the fact that they're disgustingly making out at the top of the ramp. So let's not only have them make out at the top of the ramp, let's have them cut promos, let's have them post about it on social media, and let's have them do it during their fucking matches, and then wonder why the entire world hates Sammy Guevara.
Oh, and then because now that we turned them heel, Anna Jay's her best friend. So instead of having those two do a good friends, better enemies type angle, have a match, which the match would probably be the shits. But I mean, you can still fucking go somewhere.
Yeah,
with
we
it.
got to put her to Anna JAS, baby.
Yeah.
Choking out cameramen.
Con.
Dude, some of the shit's so bad. Dude, watching it, I think it's bad. But now that when we talk about it, it's that much worse.
Yeah.
That's the problem with AEW is that you watch it, you're like, okay, this is good. This is better than shit.
Degrees of bad.
Booked. And then all of a sudden, after you watch it, you're praising it while you watch it. And then you fucking you sit down after it's over and you digest it. And you're like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, but you know what? You want to know something? It's gotten worse lately because before I would say I didn't like this, I like that, I didn't like this, I don't fucking understand that. But at least I would be like, you know what? I was pretty entertained for the 2 hours, so I could kind of live with it. Now I'm entertained for 35 minutes maybe. You know what I mean? Like, it's getting to the point where I could easily just watch it on tape delay and fast forward some shit. Like, that's where I'm getting, like, to be honest. Why bother, dude?
You know how they do a Hulu version of Raw? You could probably do an HBO Max and a fucking Dynamite. There you go.
Well, the Hulu version of Raw was, they did it in 2 hours and they cut out the commercials in like 15 minutes of Raw. Yep. But they used to give you a Hulu version of SmackDown that was the whole show, though.
Do you guys, I'm going to bring it back.
Yeah, we're going to wrap up here in a minute.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah,
I want to bring it around to MJF real quick because we talk about people who they've dropped the ball with, and fucking Wardlow's one of them. Do you think MJF fucked Wardlow?
No, I think Wardlow. I mean, you talk about baby faces right now. Wardlow.
I mean, I thought his reaction was good.
I would argue MJF made him.
Maybe. MJF did make him, but at the end of the day, I think Tony Khan fucked over Wardlow because there was a guy who could have.
Well, why are we assuming that Wardlow's done?
I don't. I think
he's carrying a belt. He's fine.
And he got a great reaction too.
Fellas, what did I tell you? What I tell you year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, when we started our trio, Wardlow is, to me, going to be the biggest baby face in that company.
Yeah.
And I think that's where he's headed.
It's a slow burn. I'll agree,
It's a
but
slow.
Sure.
I mean, he got a great reaction, so I don't know that it like if they weren't reacting to Wardlow, I'd be like, all right, they're doing something wrong.
Yeah, I'm sitting here going, thank God he won a belt, because there for a couple weeks after, that pay-per-view where he beat MJF, I'm sitting there going, oh my God, please don't tell me they're going to have this guy flounder now, And then he won the TNT title, and I'm just like,
I mean, for me, I think the TNT title is a good start for him. Let him carry it for a while.
I'm gonna make one excuse. I'm gonna make one excuse for before we get out of here for the Wardlow thing is, I think part of the reason why it feels like they haven't done a lot with him since then is they just spent 3 weeks prior to this week doing Fight for the Fallens and Fighter Fests, and he opened Fighter Fest with a title defense, and now he had a match last night. He's got a match on the Champion show. He's still getting a good reaction. I mean, I don't see this decline in Wardlow yet.
No.
They still got work to do. Don't get me wrong, but I don't see this decline.
There's only one guy I see taking that title off Wardlow, and that's Hook.
You know what I said? I said it's Edwards, and I think he should carry it till he wins the AEW title. I don't think he should ever take it off him.
Nope.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, White, I think I don't disagree with how you feel, White, about Wardlow. Okay, but I think what the problem is it's just like Swerve and Keith Lee. He plays with his toys. He gets them where he wants to get them, and then sometimes they disappear for a couple of weeks. Like, we just have to accept that.
He finds a new toy.
He finds a new toy, and then Wardlow's over here waiting.
Well, I want to see. I got to see what happens with him coming out of this.
To AC's point, I think that's right. You have him win the title and do like Goldberg did in WCW. He had the U.S. title and the World Heavyweight title. Maybe you have him wrestle twice on a show and Hook, catches him.
Right, but I know. But the thing is, I think they're trying to avoid the whole just slingshot effect with Goldberg. But let's we got a lot in tonight. Let's wrap there. Wait, it's good to have you on, brother.
Yeah, man.
You didn't even make White House flip out at all, other than the Rouge comment.
Dude, yeah.
But no, it's good to be with you guys. Final thoughts, White.
Yeah, I think if White House ever goes to an AEW show, he needs to carry a sign that says "I got conned."
I was at the first one, man.
Yeah, next time you go, you got it.
Well,
I think you're right because you got caught. Hopefully we can fix that for you. We got to start tweeting or something.
If I may be on the road, but I could get Skype on my cell phone. So whenever you guys want me to jump in, I'm always there for you guys, man.
All right, we'll bring you on again. Hollywood, final thoughts.
Final thoughts, White. Keep up with the cooking trucking videos.
Oh man, I love it.
I'm telling you, dude, I love them. I love them.
Now that he learned what spaghetti is,
it saved my fucking life cooking on that rig. It really has.
I'm sure.
White House, final thoughts.
Good show, fellas. Nice chatting with you guys.
Yeah.
Catch up on this G1 if you haven't, fellas. It's been great. Will Ospreay standing out, man. God damn, he's standing out.
Yeah,
so
he's got a big year ahead of him. He's got the thing
I think he's gonna win it. I think he's gonna win this G1.
Awesome.
That's my pick.
Check out for that.
Yeah.
And we'll wrap there. Retromania Wrestling Podcast Network, Cool Truth Podcast Productions. For White House, for Hollywood, I'm Daddy Cool AC. Good night, everybody.
Nighty night.